sleeps taste good like a beer should.
You said it. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Try a frosty cold glass of Bavarian right away.
What's that you say? No boulder dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. And now, with a higher BAC than your ABV, Greg, Scott, and Dan.
Oh, yeah. Keeping our BACs as high as can be.
You better believe it.
Yeah, there's nothing sober about us.
Nope.
Oh, welcome in, everybody. It's the Unfiltered Gentleman. You've made it. You're here. Happy Festivus. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. All those good things. I'm Greg, that's Scott.
Yep.
And that's Dan.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, indeed. Ho, ho, ho's. All of you.
Yeah.
Ho's everywhere. Mm-hmm. Before we get too far, and thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for telling friends about the show. That's how we spread the word, and we like when it gets spread.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Huge shout out. 2 weeks in a row.
Damn.
2. Ottawa. What's up, Ottawa?
Boom.
Yeah, what's up, eh?
And Stu.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Yeah, those hosers coming in big for us. So thank you. They were 24.53% of our listenership last week.
Wow, way to go, eh?
Yeah, so basically a quarter of our listenership last week came from Ottawa.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so 3 people in Ottawa. No.
Wow.
So
we
thank
should
you.
move there.
Yeah, so thank you. I think we need like a beercation up to Ottawa.
No kidding.
Yeah.
We're like celebrities up there.
Seriously.
Oh, man.
Tweet us. Let us know what good beers you guys have up there. I'm not talking about Labatt Blue. Like what good local beers you have up in Ottawa.
There you go, because that's all we know down here.
Yeah. Labatt Blue.
Yeah.
And, what is it, another Molson or something?
Molson. I just know Labatt Blue.
Yeah. We'll keep it at Labatt Blue. Keep it at the things we know. So cheers to Ottawa and cheers to Canada, eh? Before we move any further, Burp Word of the Week, for those who don't know, they're new to the show, Burp Word is an attempt to keep Scott from throwing up on the microphone. We've long since given up the fact that Dan and I are not able to get out these burp words. Yeah. We started off like at the beginning of the show's run. It was okay.
I don't know what happened.
Hit and miss. And then I don't know if we need some Viagra or something or what, but it got bad. But Scott comes through. He's old enough to get a prescription.
It works good for the burping, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't help anything
If you
else.
burp longer than 4 hours, consult the doctor.
Off air, I burp pretty well, too. I think I had a pretty good burp earlier today.
Yeah, as soon as we hit stop, all of a sudden,
yeah,
we're like a couple of whoopee cushions. But
correct.
Well, not farting. But anyway, so Burp Word of the Week. Merry Christmas. Easy.
Oh.
Easy. Makes sense.
Nice.
Yes. So
I can do that. I can have that.
Think so.
Hopefully. We got a lot to get to today. Dan's got a movie to talk about.
I do.
A movie that you might want to go see on Christmas. We got a lot of... Oh, my God. I got some grievances to share.
Oh, wow.
Some sports stuff. A What Does Dan Know?
Yeah.
And for our bullpen beer, we're going to play Will Scott Pour It Out.
Yes.
And then we'll extend it to everybody, and will we pour it out?
Yeah.
But we'll
I
find
like
out if
that.
Scott will pour it out or not. It's a mystery beer. Even I don't know if it'll be good. I'll explain later.
Wow. The suspense is killing me.
Yes, I'll explain later. And lots of good booze news to get to today in our show. Batch 75. All right. I think that's enough talking. Let's get to drinking.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for Beer of the Week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
We will indeed.
Correct.
We are drinking just in time for Christmas. Anchor Brewing's Merry Christmas, Happy New Year special ale. The 2017. Man, it's already starting. The 2017 edition. It's a 6.7% beer, 3.66 on Beer Advocate, and 3.65 on Untappd. So pretty universally scored there. From Anchor Brewing, they say smooth and creamy winter warmer with rich flavors of cacao, toffee, and roasted nuts, and subtle hints of honey and herbal spice. This year's brew marks the 43rd annual release of this Anchor tradition. It is sold only from November to mid-January. The ale's recipe is different every year, as is the tree on the label. That I did not know. But the intent with which we offer it remains the same: joy and celebration of the newness of life. Since ancient times, trees have symbolized the winter solstice, when the earth, with its seasons, appears born anew.
Wow.
With the heavily guarded secret recipe, Christmas Ale is a highly anticipated seasonal delight, complex and full in flavor, with a velvety texture and alluring yet subtle spiced aroma.
Yeah.
2017, I agree, edition has a strong malt profile that is enhanced with wintry spices, pours a deep, dark mahogany brown with a creamy tan head. It has flavors of creamy bittersweet chocolate, coffee, roasted malts, and toasted nuts with a rich, smooth, velvety mouthfeel. That was a mouthful.
I really feel like that's a perfect description of the beer, though. Like, if you really pay attention to all that, I mean, that's perfectly how I would describe it. I mean, you get the cacao, you get the roasted nuts. I mean, the color. I mean, it's perfect.
Definitely has like a creamier mouthfeel.
Yeah.
You know, it's low in carbonation.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what else to say that wasn't covered in that description. I mean,
I think we wouldn't do it justice.
yeah, right.
A 3.65 on Untapped, like I was saying, out of 5. How do you gentlemen rate this one? Do you concur? Do you think that's a little low, a little high?
No, I think that's about right. Maybe maybe a little higher, like closer to a 4. But I don't know,
I'd say that's pretty fair.
right?
Yeah, I was thinking like 3.5. So we're hovering right around it.
And outside of the beer, did you say that the tree is different on the label?
Yeah, every year the tree is different on the label.
Because the label looks almost exactly the same from last year's.
Right. Apparently they just changed the tree out.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. It's done by Bay Area artist James Stitt, who's been creating Anchor's Christmas Ale label since 1975 when they first started it.
Wow.
There you go.
Interesting.
Did not know any of that.
Did not know. The more you know.
Thank you, NBC. Yeah. So anyways, if you guys are drinking this or any other good Christmas beer, make sure you hit us up on the social medias and hashtag show us your beers and tag us in the pictures because we want to see them. And if they came out of a nice can, we want to hashtag cans for cans.
Cans for cans, please.
Best hashtag ever. All right. I've got grievances to share. Oh, man. Boy, do I have grievances.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
Before we get into my main grievance, I will say that last week I sat in with the Booze League for Draft 17, where they were live from Enegren Brewing. I showed them how a podcaster actually podcasts.
No,
and
well, that's nice of you.
Stopped them from jerking each other off for an hour and a half.
Wow.
So you're welcome, listeners of the BoozeCast.
That's a miracle in itself.
Yeah, Draft 17. I was presented with the Carlos Erwin Estevez Shitting the Bed Award.
Oh, jeez.
Since in the old Booze and Tug League, I have shit the bed more than anyone else. Though I must say, among the bed shitters, I have the best record. So I don't know how that works. I was either really good or really bad every week.
Well, my beard is running away with the whole league. So
yeah, it's running wild. The only one of us in the playoffs is your beard.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
It's majestic. It's about to go up against the commish in the Super Bowl.
Right.
My money's on the beard.
The beard is an unmanned team, and it's just running wild. I think that's what makes it wild. It's
it's an unmanned train that is about to run off these tracks.
It really is.
Also, we were at Enegren, and I got to hang out with John Bird of Enegren, and he shared some very delicious beers. And so I'm talking to him about a potential live show for us from Enegren.
Oh, nice.
And so looking forward to that in early 2018. And also huge shout out to Michael. Listener Michael showed up because I tweeted and social mediaized that I'd be there, and he showed up just to say hi and have a beer with me. So
that's nice.
It was really cool meeting a fan and saying what's up. So thank you, Michael, for coming out, and to all the Booze League listeners that came out as well.
Did he buy you a beer?
No,
cheap bastard.
I guess if I was a swell enough guy, I would have bought him a beer since he, didn't think about that.
Well, we are their idols.
That's true. So maybe they should be buying us.
Yeah,
that's
beers.
right.
Yeah.
And then we'll sign the beer bottle.
Oh, there
or something,
we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Even though we didn't make it.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll still sign
We
it.
drank it. So,
Yeah.
You're going to meet Randy Jackson. You're not going to have him sign your sword.
True. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And speaking of interviews and live shows, we'll be doing an interview with Nick, the head brewer over at 14 Cannons in a couple of weeks here. So if you have any questions for Nick, it's 14 Cannons in Westlake. They're a brand new brewery that's been open for a few months, but they're already doing really good things. He's won a ton of gold medals from like GABF and other contests from his days with Fig Mountain.
Oh, okay.
So he was the head brewer for Fig Mountain.
Wow.
Jump ship. He's really good, does amazing things. Can't wait to talk to him. All right. Grievance time. Oh, grievance time. So my lady friend, her best friend is about to shit out a kid.
Oh, no.
Yes. Boom. So, and they live up north We, for those you don't know, are in Southern California. They're in Northern California.
Oh.
And so she tells me they're having a baby shower. All right, fine. What do I care? I am then informed it is a couple's baby shower. But I was told there's a good chance I don't have to go.
Oh.
I said, first of all, I have to go. I'm not going.
That's right.
Big fights ensued.
Ooh.
Oh.
Like multiple days of fighting.
Oh, right.
Oh, no.
Because who has a co-ed baby shower? And I talked to friends that have babies, and I said, what did you do as a guy whose wife was about to pop out a kid? You know, when she had her baby shower, what'd you do? Like, oh, you know, one of them said for the guys whose wives and girlfriends were at the shower, they just went to the bowling alley and got drunk. He said, you know, they all were watching the kids because the wives were at the shower, so we needed a place that had beer and was kid-friendly. He's like, so we went to the bowling alley, we got hammered. I said, so no shower activities? He goes, not at all. Went to the bowling alley, got hammered. My dad showed up, bought us a bunch of beer. I said, that's acceptable. And I talked to some other friends. Very similar stories. The worst being, like, we went in the backyard and got hammered, but, like, didn't participate. It was just so, like, the dads who were babysitting could still drink.
Right.
Common theme. Getting hammered.
There you go.
So the fact that this pansy has a fucking co-ed baby shower.
Oh, my God.
How did that go after all? Like,
so here's what's great about it. I was dreading, like I said, caused literally multiple days of fighting. She had to end up making some sacrifices in the end for me to get up there.
oh, in the end?
In the end.
Man. Wow.
No, it involves not having to go back up again for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So
I was thinking something totally different. Sorry.
other end. So I am expecting all these garbage baby shower games that you hear about.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to walk into like pin the diaper on my butt cheek or something stupid.
Whatever.
I don't know what they do, you know, taking shots out of baby bottles. Like, just give me the fucking bottle, you puss.
I know. It's like,
Baby
hey,
bottles.
sucking nipples, I'm
Yeah.
in. But it's like,
Rubber nipples.
yeah, rubber
Yeah.
nipples. Okay, never mind.
So we get there. It was the most awkward junior high party I've ever been to.
No way.
Yeah, you would think, like, what's more organized than a girl party? You know, like baby showers or bridal showers. It's like stupid game after stupid game after stupid game,
Right.
and then done. No, this was put on by some couple at their house, and we walk in, and people are just sitting around on the couch, and we walk to the kitchen, we look around. The food options were dismal. And on top of that, like, look, I know that we've talked about how weird I eat, the no-carb thing, so I
Correct.
realize that not everybody's going to cater to that, and that's fine. And we kind of prepared and had a little bit of a lunch before we went in.
Good.
But there was literally nothing. There was no veggies. Like, who doesn't have, like, a veggie platter at the party? Whatever. Who cares about food? So I go over and I talk to the dad-to-be, and I was like, hey, man, what's going on? He's like, I just opened up some wine. I was like, oh, good. Finally, the booze is starting to flow.
Uh-huh.
I walk into the kitchen. There are 3 lonely bottles
Oh, my God.
of white wine.
Oh.
White wine. Who, with 2 testicles, drinks white wine?
Oh, my gosh.
I would have gladly had just about, no, I think any other booze in this world. It was so bad, I was like, well, I'm just not drinking, apparently. I won't be drinking because I cannot stomach white wine.
Oh, my God. That's a...
Will Greg pour it out? Yes.
That's a gamble. You
White
know?
wine?
Well, no, that, you know...
Only
you're
having
gonna,
it?
Yeah, you're going to say, I'm going to be sober for this co-ed baby
Oh,
shower.
yeah.
That's a gamble.
Oh, so I'm already miserable. Because I'm thinking, like, my misery is going to come from these bullshit games. No, it's coming from the white wine, no food, and I don't know most of the people there. Well, half the people I don't know, and the ones that I do know, for the most part, I'm not a huge fan of. A couple of them are cool. Like, the dad-to-be is a cool guy up until he decided to have a co-ed baby shower. Now he's not so cool anymore. He lost basically all respect.
Right.
But 3 bottles of white wine, so I'm like, fuck, all right, I'm not drinking. So I'm looking around, and I see, like, this punch over here, and it's red. I'm thinking, like, oh, maybe it's like a sangria type of punch, right? So I asked, I was like, hey, what's the punch? And the host of the party is like, oh, yeah, it's really good. It's Sprite mixed with, I'm like, yes, mixed with what? Sherbet.
Oh, boy.
It's like, and? He's like, yeah, Sprite and sherbet. I said, is it spiked? Oh, no, it's Sprite and sherbet. It's like, okay. I just walked away with my head down. I was like, that's what you have in 7th grade at, like, the church,
Yeah.
Oh,
group,
my God.
whatever.
Like a nightmare.
What the fuck is this? So they had sherbet and Sprite, and then they had water, and then they had 3 shit options of white wine. Oh, I was so mad. So I sat on the couch. In fact, I tried to stand in the corner and just not be a part of it. Someone's like, "Oh, make room for Greg." I was like, "Really don't have to."
God.
Is the backyard open? Because I'd rather just go sit out there, you fucking weirdos.
With the dog.
Yeah. So I sit on the couch with the lady friend and a couple of her friends, and it's so weird because there's no organization to this thing. And so people just like start forming their own groups, and there's nothing like, driving the party. There's no theme to the party. There's no fucking booze at the party. And so finally someone's like, "Oh, let's have the mom-to-be open the presents." Like, all right, great. Can't fucking wait to watch this. This will be a blast.
Oh, my God.
Well, it became very apparent that like at least half the people didn't bring presents because that went very quickly.
No way.
There was a big pile, but like 4 of them were from one person, and a really big one was from my lady friend, and then there were like 2 other things.
Oh, my God.
It was hilarious. For me, at least.
Right.
So I'm saying, like, it was awful.
What a train wreck.
Yeah, we were almost an hour late. That was my fault. I acted like I didn't know what time it was. It was in an area where there's a lot of wine tasting, and I was like, "Oh, before we go, we should go wine tasting. Let's fucking load up."
There you go.
And so our wine tasting person ended up talking for a really long time, and I was A-okay. So we were like an hour late. We just told him there was traffic. I was like, "You tell him whatever you want. I don't give a shit."
Well, it doesn't look like you missed anything.
No, we didn't. And thank God we were late. And so then after being there for like an hour, our dog was being watched by lady friend's sister, and she started texting questions like, "Oh, when does he eat and how much?" And I was like, "You know what? Maybe I should go check on the dog." She's like, "What, you want to leave?" I was like, "Fuck yes, I want to leave." She's like, "Shh, keep it down.
Oh
keep
my
it down."
God.
And she's like, "We can leave soon. This is awful." And I was like, "Oh, you see it too? All right." So we were there for under 2 hours, and immediately left and got beer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, as we left, she's like, "Where do you want to go now?" I was like, "To a fucking bar." To a goddamn bar. That's where I want to go.
Get drunk.
Oh, Jesus. It was bad.
Oh, my God.
And it was not bad for the reasons I thought it would be.
It was even worse.
I was dry.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I thought I was going to be like, buzzed playing these stupid games, and I'd go sit in the corner and, like, get away and just keep drinking.
And I've done that.
Yeah.
Where I've been like, someone's dragged me somewhere. I'm like, I'm going to make it rough for both of us now. And I've gotten fucked up. And
That's what she said.
Yeah. And then I woke up in my bed happy as a lamb. It's like, how did we get here? You were an asshole. Blah, blah, blah. I warned you. I warned you.
Fine by me.
Yeah.
I would have gladly been that asshole. Like, I think you need to leave. I think I do too. You're right. To the bar. Yeah. Oh, God. I don't know who fucking does this and who plans this shit, but it was awful.
It definitely needed some better planning. Like, I have been at, and it was only because the person was related to me, but I have been at a co-ed baby shower. I gotta move my chair over here.
Please.
But, and I thought, oh, this is going to be lame.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too bad. There was barbecue, there was salad, there was lots of beer. And it was in the backyard, and there was not a lot of games.
Okay.
And there was just kids, like, doing their own thing. Guys were doing their own thing, but there was some organization to it, so it wasn't too bad.
All the good parts you mentioned about yours didn't exist. in
Right,
mine.
exactly.
Yeah, barbecue, beer, I'd have taken any of that.
Right.
No, none of it.
Oh, my God.
It was like pasta salad, some sort of thing in a crock pot, and some chips and dip.
Right.
That was the food.
Oh, my God.
And it was just like laid out on it. Like, it was so 8th grade party.
Chips
and
and dip.
And it felt like an 8th grade party, too, because everyone was just standing there super awkwardly with their hands in their pockets and shit. And it's just like, oh, God.
Dang.
This is rough.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, and then that's the thing, too, is how you going to expect everyone to do were there any games? It doesn't even sound like it.
No, there was a couple of like activities. I put that in quotes, like design your own onesie.
Oh,
and
what the
they'd
heck?
cut out these different things, and you could like iron them onto a onesie. And then there was like a do your thumbprint on this tree, and they're going to hang it in the baby's room. Those are literally the 2 activities.
That's lame.
That was it.
Wow.
No other baby related
I was
activities.
going to say, like, I mean, I could see, like, I mean, how are you going to get anyone to do any games if nobody's drunk?
Right. I've heard of doing like shots out of baby bottles and stuff.
Right.
Like, that's dumb as fuck, but I'd have done it.
Correct.
You
I
know?
mean, I'm already drunk. I mean, let's get some more in
well,
me.
that one I'd have drank anything other than white wine.
That's true.
Oh, God. It was
That
so
is
bad.
crazy.
So bad.
Was there like a sparkly ball, the disco ball, and they're playing Forever Young and all that there?
I want to be.
I watched Napoleon Dynamite this weekend.
Yeah. I think that was less awkward. At least you got to dance with somebody.
Oh,
man.
Uncle Rico shows up.
Eating steaks. See, Uncle Rico would have had a steak
Yeah,
for
he
me.
would.
It's true.
Oh, God.
Nice
yeah.
and bloody.
It was garbage. Anybody else having grievances?
Not that bad.
Okay.
I feel happy now.
I do. I think mine ended happier than yours, but
You had a happy ending?
finally, yeah. For mine, it was, I guess it's about a week ago. My wife, her friends that live in another country, and they went to college together. Every now and then when they show up here, just out of the blue. And so all the friends have this obligation. They think, oh, we all need to get together and have a little mini reunion because Joel is here, and we need to, go say hi to Joel, and he's leaving tomorrow.
Right.
So I get hit with this. We're going to go, meet up with my friends. We're going to leave after work, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. So leaving after work in Southern California, you're talking about 3:45 in the afternoon, and we're driving to Cerritos. And so those of you that don't live in the area,
70 miles?
70 miles through rush hour traffic.
Through the worst parts of the 405.
Exactly, the heart of L.A.
Yeah.
So I got my GPS out. I'm, trying to follow my GPS because of,
8 hours.
It's better with traffic. We left at 3:45. We got there at 6:30.
Wow.
In between, my GPS is taking me on these side streets.
Right.
So I'm trying to. We get to this one side street. It's just so skinny. You can barely get one car, but traffic is going both ways. We get to this one point on this small side street, and there's two huge trucks parked on the side.
Jesus.
So now the cars are like stopping, taking turns going because, well, there's some asshole in front of me in a Honda, and then some asshole going the other way in a huge van decided neither one of them was going to give way.
Okay.
So now they're sitting there, just staring at each other. We're sitting there for like 20 fucking minutes while these guys are staring at each other.
Should have got out of your car and dragged them out.
I ain't getting out in that neighborhood. Too white for that one.
What's up, Holmes?
But what did happen was the guy behind the van.
Potty fell.
He finally got out of his car, and he went up and started yelling at the guys that were working there with the trucks. He starts yelling at them, "Hey, move your fucking trucks so we can get the cars." And he goes, "No, we're not going to move our fucking trucks. They're parked right. You guys need to work it out." And so they argued for like another 10 minutes.
Good Lord.
I can't go anywhere. There's cars behind me. There's this idiot in front of me. So
Wow.
we're fucking waiting. So finally, after about a half hour of this, the guy with the ponytail that was fighting with these guys, he gets in his car. He manages to do the back up forward, 16
Powers.
Austin, there,
The old
thank you.
Austin Powers.
The old Austin Powers turnaround. Finally, he turned around. So then the guy in the van, he manages to back up, and then he turns around. Now we can all go.
Jesus.
So now we're all good again. And traffic is just a fucking nightmare.
Welcome to LA.
Yeah, it was just so fucked up. But anyway, and then the whole time that we're on the way down there, my wife's getting these phone calls from her friends. Hey, oh, where are you?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they're all there waiting for us because they keep calling. But they're in the same predicament that we are. They're like, where are you? Because we're fucked up too over here.
Oh, man.
So finally we get to where we're supposed to go. We get out the car, and my wife gets up. She's talking to somebody else. And all that's been calling her is women. So I'm like, who's going to be at this thing? So she starts naming names, and there's women and men. It is a mixed thing. I said, okay, because I said, you better not drag me all the way down here for just a fucking hen party. And she's like, what do you mean by that?
Fest.
Yeah.
Better be some sausage in there.
She goes, you wouldn't go? I said, no, I'm not going to sit around with just a bunch of women yakking at each other. What's that? You know me.
Isn't that strange? Like the older you get, it's like you don't want to see women anymore. You know what I mean?
She has these women's night out stuff. She'll ask me every time, do you want to go? No. I don't want to go to your women's night out thing. Right. So anyway, to get to the happy ending, there is beer. So they listed Tower 10 on the menu, so I asked for a Tower 10, which
Strauss.
they're out of. So I ended up having to drink a Goose IPA, which is better than the other guy. He drank the Coors Light.
Oh,
yeah, same company.
Yeah. So anyway, I drank a few of those, and everybody did their little chatting. We're getting ready to leave. They go, oh, let's go get coffee. So they found a little coffee joint across the parking lot. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll go there. Mm-hmm. And so we get into the little coffee joint, and it turned out to be a coffee/brewery.
Oh,
so I had a couple more beers while they're.
Do you know the brewery?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think I had what I had was some like a sachet or something, but it was like something I don't know. It was in the Cerritos if you want to look it up. Anyway, so yeah,
all that crap getting over there.
They're all ordering their coffee, and I order a beer. And the wife is like, "You're going to drink another beer?" I go, yes,
yeah.
I am.
You drug me
at
all the way
least
down
one
here.
more.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it ended up pretty decent because then she drove home and I slept. So.
Right. Mm-hmm. Let's cleanse our palate.
Yes,
with some happiness.
Have you seen the latest moving picture? Let's talk movies for guys.
Don't disappoint, Dan.
I don't know how much happiness we're going to have here, but so over the weekend I watched Star Wars, and I'm just going to preface this by saying I am in no way a big Star Wars nerd. If you are, I'm very sorry. I'm going to be talking about shit I don't know about. I don't know all the characters, like those little flying things. I call them hamster chickens or whatever. Like, I have no idea what these things are. So
call them anything you want. I wouldn't know.
I will. But there are hamster chickens in the movie. I will say that.
That's a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys have seen them.
I don't know. No.
Hamsters and chickens have fuck each other.
That's what it looks like.
I haven't seen a Star Wars movie since The Phantom Menace.
Really?
I don't think I've seen one.
And that was the very first movie, wasn't it?
It's the fourth movie.
All right, technically.
All those fucking nerds.
But anyways, so I watched the movie, and this is obviously the sequel to The Force Awakens. It's by a different director this time. Force Awakens, which I did enjoy, actually. I did like that movie. Was directed by J.J. Abrams. This one is directed by Ryan Johnson, I believe, is the director. And I don't know, like watching the movie, I kind of felt like he went a different direction than JJ was kind of going. And in fact, I kind of heard on some trivia that Mark Hamill was completely very upset with the direction that Luke Skywalker had taken. And he said he made it known to the director, but he said, "Hey, I'm an actor. I'll do what you want me to do. But this is bullshit."
Yeah,
basically.
I haven't worked since 1979, so if you're going to sign those checks.
Who else is going to ask him to play Luke Skywalker at this point, right? So I watched the movie, and obviously it's the Resistance fighting against the dark side again, right? I mean, isn't that what they do in every single movie?
Sounds like Star Wars,
right? Sounds like it. But I don't know. Like, I kind of felt like it kind of pandered a little bit to the nerds, I thought, like watching the movie. Right. I felt like it was a little entirely too predictable this time around. I know it was, maybe the first one had me a little more interested because it was new characters, and I was kind of like, oh, who's this guy? What's this guy's deal and all this crap? Now you know them, and I kind of felt like the story where Rey meets up, it kind of continues where she meets up with Luke Skywalker, and she wants him to teach her the Force.
Yes, she does.
And that's another point I'm going to make is, well, anyways, okay, so she wants him to do that. Yeah. And he's kind of hesitant at first. Eventually, what's he going to do? He's not going to not teach her the Force at this point. He's supposed to be like the next coming of Yoda in this movie, I guess, right? Or I don't know, but two major complaints. One was, like I said, I kind of felt like the story was a little boring. I was in the theater, and I could literally hear, and it was a little late. I will say I went to the 10:30 showing, but I could hear people snoring. I really could, and people were like, "Hey, wake up!" Like I fell asleep a couple times. Nice. Apparently, Yoda showed up at one point. I missed the entire thing.
Oh, missed it? Did you?
Yeah. I know, he should have woke me up.
Right?
Wake up, you will. But no, I fell asleep a couple times, and I kind of felt that the movie, I walked out of the theater at about 1:20.
Oh, man.
So I kind of felt like there was an hour of uselessness. Wow. Like I felt like there's some people that, feel like it was a good movie, probably nerds or something, but I don't know. I didn't really dig it too much. And
money not well spent.
Correct. And I kind of felt like, here's a general problem I just have with Star Wars movies in general. There's no boobies.
Oh.
There's no hot chicks. Rey is okay, I guess, but there's a lot of frumpy chicks in this movie. Sorry, I mean, I'm going to call it like I see it. You don't realize what Hollywood is doing.
Right.
Oh yeah, you're watching a movie and you think, who's that hot in a movie, in real life? You know what I mean? And you watch a movie that's probably closer to real life, and you're like, where are the hot chicks?
Right? What did I pay for?
Yeah, exactly.
I can see them when I walk down the street.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. So I don't know. That was another complaint for me. I kind of wanted to see some eye candy a little bit. Give me a little something.
Yeah.
Just one chick.
A little
something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. To me, like I said, it took a little while. There's a big thing with Rey and Luke, kind of back and forth about you need to teach me the Force. No, I won't. No, I won't. Yes, I will. No, I won't. And it's kind of and then Kylo Ren's kind of got his own deal where he's got to decide, if am I good, am I bad, or what. There's this big, long part of the movie where there's not a lot happening. To me, at least, there's not a lot happening. It eventually does get good where Kylo Ren and Rey, and I'm not going to give too much away, but they're in a kind of a lightsaber battle with some other people, and
is somebody someone's father?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, wait, maybe.
Oh.
Oh my God! Does it mean there's gonna be another one?
I know, right?
There's gonna be 19 more.
Yeah. Well, they at least got to finish this trilogy. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So they are gonna probably make at least one more.
Can't wait.
Yeah. But
be one more I won't see.
Yeah. But like I said, it took a while for the action to get going. I was not a fan of this movie. I got to say, if I have to rate it something, I will say the special effects are amazing, and that's what you want.
It's Disney and Lucas.
What else are they going to spend their money on?
Right.
Apparently not hot chicks, right?
Right.
So the special effects were amazing. So in that sense, I was a little entertained, and they really do bring you into that universe and world. So I'm not going to discount that at all. But I just kind of felt the story was a little lacking for me. It didn't really entertain me too much till towards the end, where I would, finally woke up.
Some action.
Yeah, exactly. So, if I had to rate it, maybe maybe 6 or 7, maybe 6, probably
out of 100.
Out of 10. I mean,
did you drink to get through it?
I did.
Okay,
I did. And at one
Sounds
point,
like you slept a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Slept to get through it.
Yeah, I really did. I needed some extra power there. The booze wasn't doing it. So, sorry, man. Didn't really dig it.
Well, may the booze be with you.
Yeah, it always is.
Yes.
All
right, well, let's talk a little sports real quickly. We're slightly behind, but...
And now, the sports, brought to you by cleaninguptheglass.com.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's the Baltimore Chop or the 1-2 punch, it's time for sports.
All right, it is indeed. I had to talk about this. The Rams, our L.A. Rams, running wild, running a train on the Seahawks.
Think about going back.
Yeah. As I love this as a 49er fan.
Oh, man.
I love watching the Seahawks get annihilated.
They got fucking destroyed.
So here's the thing. Oh, my music went away.
Uh-oh.
That was strange. Russell Wilson got sacked 7 times last night by the Rams defense. And I was thinking last night as I'm listening to this, like, what's the most anyone's ever been sacked in a single game? So I hit the Google box.
Good job.
November 11th, 1990, Kansas City Chiefs linebacker Derek Thomas set an NFL record when he had 7 sacks in a game against the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, Seahawks are just setting all kinds of sack records.
They don't have, they never really had a good offensive line. They kind of hid it behind a very productive Marshawn Lynch. But I think ever since he left, it's become very apparent how weak that line is, and they've never addressed it.
Mm-mm.
They're
not that good.
They are not.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this, too. I was in not necessarily a fantasy playoffs, but a playoff of some sorts.
Uh-huh.
And I was up by a good probably 50-some points. And this guy I was playing had Todd Gurley and Rams defense. And with those two alone, I mean, Todd Gurley had like 42 points. The defense ended up with like 20 points. I'm like,
insane.
Couldn't believe it. I thought the game was over, and I was like, what the hell is happening? And they just kept sacking the hell out of him.
Yeah.
It was nuts. It was crazy.
Speaking of the Niners, the aforementioned.
Oh, yeah.
3rd in a row, baby.
Oh, my God.
Look out.
Garoppolo, such a stud.
Look out, Patriots.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
On and off the field. They're going to be sorry when Tom Brady dies next year. Don't you think?
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
The Raiders...
Oh, my God.
Got robbed by a piece of paper.
That was some bullshit. Yeah, I saw that happening.
Game, man. That was
I know they put the paper there to measure, to see if it was, short or if it was a first down. I saw it. I said, that's short. And they're like, we're not going to call it. I'm like, that's short. And like, no, we're not going to call it. It's like, that's short. It's like, it's got a piece of paper. I'm like, no, what are you doing?
What do you mean
dude?
a piece of paper?
Just call it, man.
And then Derek Carr fucked up the ending.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Good job, Derek Carr.
Did fuck it up. He should have just went out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he could have.
I kind of saw it coming already. I mean, they had dicked us over in a couple calls. That was probably the most obvious, but, whatever. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I gave him $5. Well spent. Well spent. Panthers owner Jerry Richardson says he's going to sell the team after the season's over. He's been accused of sexual harassment, racial slurs, and other activities unbecoming to him.
Other fun stuff.
Yeah. The Dodgers blockbuster trade.
Oh, yeah.
Adrian Gonzalez, Brandon McCarthy, Scott Kashmir, and Charlie Culberson. You're thinking this must be who are they going to get in return? This is going to be huge.
Yeah, can't wait.
Huge. Matt Kemp. That's it.
He's bringing sexy back. That's about it.
Yeah. He's lowering our luxury tax. That's really what he's doing.
Correct.
We dumped all these salaries, and now we're going to dump Matt Kemp too, is what it sounds like. So we had to get under that luxury tax because this would have been our 3rd year in a row. Would have brought us up to a 50% tax.
Yikes.
And they need to reset that.
And that's all it was, because I'm hearing that they're already, and I'm sure you guys have heard it too, that they're trying to trade Matt Kemp or outright release him already. So
yeah, and apparently they were very clear with him when he came over, like, we don't intend to really keep you.
Right. We don't need to up the female attendance this year. It's not a big
trying
deal
to get
for
Rihanna
us.
back in the stand. So
don't bother putting his name on a jersey. He's not going to be here long enough.
Please. Nope. Cole Hamels is donating a $10 million mansion to charity.
Holy
wow.
That's insane.
Damn.
A little bit. Are they all going to live there?
All charity people?
Yeah.
Forever? 9 million homeless people living in it. And tonight as we record, last night, or even more as you hear this, Kobe's jersey being retired.
That's right.
Number 8 and number 24, 2 retirements, 1 man. Is this silly? Should we just picked one and gone with it? Or is he deserving of 2 numbers?
I think if it was any other team, you could say he's deserving of 2 numbers, but this is the Lakers, man. I mean, we got Jabbar in this,
right,
the
Magic.
Raptors, Magic, Chamberlain, West. I mean, I don't know, man. It's
got the logo up there.
A little bit.
Come on.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Kobe and all, but
I think none of the other guys changed their numbers.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I don't know. I guess he's probably one of the best in NBA ever to play the game.
Correct.
Right.
And
yeah, I wouldn't put it on 2 separate jerseys. I might have just put them both on one jersey
or something
because I'm cheap.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend the money on another jersey.
And then the thing about that too is if you look at his stats as 8 and 24, I think, and I haven't done the research for this, but I've heard that those stats are all like comparable actually. Like he's put up about the same amount of points and everything.
Interesting.
In either jersey, it's like an even split almost. So
well, either way, Kobe's one retirement has more jerseys in the rafters than the Clippers do. So. Just saying.
And they never, and what are they going to do? Retire Chris Paul now at this point? I mean,
yeah,
still
really
could technically, but
yes.
oh my
He's
God.
only there for 5 years.
Hey, man. Look at the Heat. They retired Jordan's jersey. He didn't even play for him.
And quick Booze and Tug League update. Season's over. We're in the postseason now. The only one of us to make the postseason was, of course, Dan's beard.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wild.
We all sucked ass. I won the most Carlos Irwin Estevez Shoot the Bed Awards. I even got a trophy for it. I'll have to put a picture up online for you guys to see on our social media.
And that's just sad. Like, I think next year I will actually draft my team.
Please.
Just because, I'm tired of all the shit talking. It's like, you know what? If you guys want me to go undefeated the whole season, I guess I will.
Yeah.
So
next year.
Yeah, next year.
You had it last year.
Yeah, I won the thing by accident.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I won?
You fucked around, got a triple-double.
Yeah, so I thought I'll auto draft this year, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
My beard is doing the talking for me now.
Yeah, it really is. All right, is everybody out of our beer of the week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's play a little Will Scott Pour It Out.
Ooh.
This is going to turn into Will We All Pour It Out, but let's see
Correct.
what Scott thinks first. It's his game. He's putting it up to his lips.
Taking a sip.
He's mulling it over.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this.
Really?
He digs it. He
What is
digs
it?
it.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, your turn.
Let's do it.
Smelling it.
Whoa. It's not bad. It's got an interesting
I like
aftertaste. I will say that. It's like almost kind of tart or sour, almost like it. I don't know.
I didn't taste that.
Like it's not. I don't know. It's not terrible though.
Really?
Yeah.
Scott, who had the last pour of that bottle?
I did.
Did you pour the entire bottle?
Yeah.
It should taste even worse. Get
Really?
some hop chunks in there. Maybe it actually smooth it
Maybe
out
that's
a little
why.
bit. Get some hop chunks
And it's been
in
like
there.
10 minutes since I had a beer, so I'm
Yeah, that's
pretty
true.
thirsty.
Yeah. So this is my latest homebrew.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is one I did back in August, right before I moved, and I had to like speed it up to move so I could bottle it and all that stuff. But when I was pitching the yeast, I totally fucked up, and I didn't pitch the yeast right, and it never fully fermented. And so you get this like, if you smell it, you'll smell it a lot, and you'll taste it too. It's apple juice.
Oh, yeah?
There's no apple juice in the beer, but that's what it tastes like, and so that's mostly a problem with yeast not finishing fermentation.
Oh,
Never
okay.
made it all the way there. So I tried this new thing when I was pitching the yeast. I don't need to get into it because people start falling asleep, but I'll never do it again. It was such a bad idea. This is the first recipe I actually ever designed. I was so excited for it. It was super expensive because I wanted a certain hop. I used only cashmere hops in there, and they're hard to come by and expensive. And it's so weird. A couple of the bottles, when you bottle it, you put a little more sugar in there to create carbonation, and I think because a couple of the bottles actually turned out really good.
Okay.
And I think what happened was the sugar helped finish some more fermentation because the yeast likes sugar. So there was a couple of bottles I've hit like 2 or 3 that were actually really good. I was like, oh, this is what it's supposed to taste like, and I've enjoyed it. But
This is not.
90% of them have tasted like what you're tasting tonight.
Huh.
So it's actually a crapshoot of whether this would be good or not.
Oh, okay.
And it's not. It's garbage.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't really taste that much apple.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe because you got the end with all the hop particles in it, so it kind of...
Maybe it's more like a caramel apple.
Maybe.
Or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
it did have like an aftertaste towards the end where I was like, whoa, what is that? So
Yeah, so it's somewhere around 7%.
It's better than raspberry or whatever that was that one time.
Oh, the boysenberry?
Oh, don't you dare.
God.
You hold your tongue.
Yeah. Somewhere around 7%. I hit all my numbers properly, my gravity numbers. If I remember correctly, I think it was supposed to be about 80 IBUs. You don't get any of that because it just tastes like shit.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of beer is it supposed to be?
It's an IPA.
Oh, man.
Or was an IPA.
See, if you'd have told me it's an IPA, then I would have said, oh, this is not very good.
Yeah.
But, just blind test, I mean, it's not the worst beer we've had, honestly.
We've had some worse pumpkin beers.
Correct.
I would drink this over pumpkin beer.
Exactly.
But, so this is my homebrew. I thought I'd talk a little shit about myself. So
there you go.
All right, we'll finish those off. Old-timey word of the week. Disguised, which you're thinking, like, how is that an old-timey word? But apparently, back in the day, disguised was a word for drunk.
Really?
Oh. Yeah.
So Halloween, everybody was in disguise.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah, I get disguised all the time.
I get disguised a lot.
On a nightly basis.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And daily, too.
Oh, yeah. Big diet of disguisedness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. He was so disguised, he didn't get the bobs.
It's true.
That was the easy way out. All right. Speaking of which. This one's a classy dame with a great palate. It's Beer Babe of the Week. It is indeed. Our Beer Babe of the Week, her name is Val Baril, Baril. You can find her on the Instagrams at ValBeerI, val.beer.i.
Oh, yeah.
Showing the fellas here.
Classy with that, with the glass there.
Yeah, she's got the glass there. She's a lovely looking blonde.
Correct.
Yes, she is.
Lady. Has a beer from Upper Flex Beer Company. Interesting.
Whoa.
Don't know it. Would like to try it. So make sure you follow her on the Instagrams at ValBeerI, dots in between.
That's hot. Drinking a beer I'm not familiar with.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We should probably fade out the music before it gets creepy.
That's right.
All right. Before we get to booze news, it's time to find out. Ooh. What does Dan know?
In a land far, far away, in a time where nothing is certain, only one person, one man, one gentle man has what it takes to answer the questions that no one else can. The questions that no one else cares about. It's time to find out. What does Dan know?
And once again, this is a Christmas edition.
Oh, that's right.
Of What Do You Know?
I have not been listening to Christmas rap music, so I'm so going into here blind.
We're about to bring it, buddy.
I bet.
Here's audio clip number 1 for you.
Right. West Side Connect Gang. I know that's a what's that?
It's the stupidest name in the world,
isn't it? It's is it Holidays?
It's the Holidays.
It's the Holidays
with a Z. Holidays.
That was in Friday After Next soundtrack.
Yeah,
that's right.
So that's in some movie.
That's right. Friday After Next.
What you working with? All right. Christmas NBA question for you.
Ooh.
Which team has the most Christmas Day appearances? Now, I can give it to you multiple choice. You can just try and answer.
You know what? I'll just say Celtics.
I'm going to give it to you multiple choice. Okay. Because they're not on the list.
That was way off.
A, Lakers. B, Knicks. C, Bulls. D, Suns.
I'm going to say Knicks.
You're right.
Okay.
51 appearances by the Knicks.
Okay. Wow. I figured that because they probably want to put them on TV like even when they're bad. So
yeah, big market.
Sense.
New York is the largest market in America.
Correct.
All right, clip number 2. That doesn't want to play.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too.
Okay, well I know that's T-Boz that was singing right now. TLC, correct. I don't know the song.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's called Sleigh Ride.
I know this song. I do know this song. I have heard this song. That's funny.
A lot of garbage hip-hop Christmas songs.
Lots of it.
Yes, so much. What NBA player, current or former, has played the most Christmas Day games? I can multiple choice this for you.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to fuck it up.
A, D-Wade. B, Udonis Haslem. C, LeBron James. or D, Kobe Bryant?
Damn. You know, I'm just going to say Kobe because he played for 20 seasons.
Kobe.
That's right.
16 Christmas Day appearances, followed by D. Wade at 11, then Haslam and James tie at 10.
Wow. Interesting.
And then we have one more holiday hip-hop song.
Cool.
Before we ride off into the sunset of Christmas, and on Christmas morning we're opening presents.
Make it.
to all
Santa
of-
Claus is coming straight to the ghetto. We'll find out.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. Run DMC, Christmas at Hollis.
You can't not play at least one good.
Thank you for playing. Love this song.
December 24th on Hollis Ave at the dark. When I seen a man chilling with his dog at the park.
That's a good one.
With my heart full of fear, looked at his dog, oh my God.
An ill reindeer. So much better than.
Oh my God.
What was the one last year? Last week?
Santa Baby. Oh my God.
Stick a benzo under the tree.
Yeah. Christmas because I'm Bout It or whatever by Master P or I don't remember what the fuck. That's crazy.
Christmas in the Ghetto.
Oh, that's what it was called. Excuse me.
This is Christmas in the Ghetto.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for playing some Run DMC.
You're welcome.
I will say, yeah, Christmas in Hollis is a favorite of mine. Santa Claus Coming Straight to the Ghetto by Nate Dogg and Snoop. And then Christmas Rapping by Curtis Blow.
Oh, yeah.
That's another
That
good
was a
one.
really long song.
Correct.
It was like a 7-minute rap.
It really is.
With
That's
no
right.
hook.
Yeah,
right?
You're right.
Didn't
You're
it
right.
just keep going straight through?
Just keeps rapping.
It's a real man.
It's just Christmas rapping, man.
All right. That's it for What Does Dan Know? We found out he knew some things.
Yeah, this time I did.
Yeah, good job.
Last time I think I went over.
I think you got like half of one right or something.
Half a credit.
half a credit. So, all right, we got some important year-ending booze news to get to. So let's find out what's up.
Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news.
Oh, it is indeed. Sukaba, Firestone's barley wine, Sukaba Barrel Aged, is making an appearance, or I should say a return in 2018. They didn't bottle it in 2017. Have either of you fellas had Sukaba?
I don't think so.
Okay. It's in that same line of, Sticky Monkey and Parabola and all that stuff.
Okay, I have
Sukaba
not.
is a barley wine. It's barrel aged. It's amazing. I was very sad when they didn't put it out in 2017. Bringing it back for 2018.
Cool.
And they're also bringing it back like they've done with all their other barrel aged stuff in the smaller bottles for a lower price point. So maybe we can afford to have it on the show. You guys remember last year when Firestone got rid of the 4 beers, one of which was Wookie Jack?
Yeah.
We had an entire episode dedicated to Wookie Jack.
Yeah, we're all sad about that.
Yeah.
Sit tight, fellas.
Oh, no. No.
No, this is good.
Oh, wait.
I had a feeling.
You know the Leo v. Ursus series?
Mm-hmm.
We had the Fortim, the Adversus, Inferos is out right now. And the one that just dropped and will be hitting stores momentarily. Wookus.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
An ode to Wookie Jack.
I knew they would do that.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so everyone got all crazy and was pissing off and, Firestone, rah, rah, rah. But it's like, they're going to bring it back, guys. Take it easy. They know it's good.
And they kind of hinted that they would be bringing it back
Right.
here and there in special releases.
Correct.
But, this is apparently a slightly improved upon version of Wookie Jack.
There you go.
I cannot wait till it hits stores because we will be drinking the shit out of that one.
That's right.
So much. Telegraph Brewing in Santa Barbara, near us somewhat. First craft brewery in Santa Barbara. They opened in 2006. Words, man.
1920.
Yes. 2006. Just got bought by Epic Brewing out of Utah.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah, I love Epic. They have Big Bad Baptist and some of the other good stuff.
Oh.
So I think this is a good thing. Fingers crossed. It's a craft brewery buying a craft brewery.
I can dig that.
Yeah. I heard they've already purchased some new big fermenters to come out to Santa Barbara. They're going to have like a whole sour department out here.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I mean they're going to stay Telegraph. They're not just,
Right.
taking over and stomping them.
That's good.
So very exciting. We'll see what happens. And hopefully they'll start maybe serving some of the Epic stuff out here. In this area,
West Side Connect Gang, a gang. Sorry, it's stuck in my head now. They're connecting, y'all.
Every Mac 10 song.
Yeah.
Fatheads Brewery. They're based in Ohio, but they have a location in Portland, and I've been to it, and I really enjoyed it. I stumbled into it by accident when I was in Portland. I was looking through Groupon to see if any breweries had Groupons, and they did. I was like, all right, I'll go fucking try it. It was phenomenal. Really, really good stuff. And the bad news is, I guess they're terminating their partnership with Fatheads in Ohio, and so all of you Portlanders will no longer be getting Fatheads.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to be closing down in early 2018. Ooh. So we can still get the beer. It's still in Ohio, but you have to hope it gets shipped to you.
Oh.
Yes. Modist Brewing out of Minneapolis created their own... Dan's laughing.
I already saw it.
Created a double IPA that they called Dilly Dilly.
Oh.
Double IPA. Oh, I fucking hate Budweiser.
Yeah.
But they did kind of a cool thing, and I hate to admit it.
Those assholes.
They did kind of a cool thing. They didn't just send them a cease and desist letter. They actually sent in a dude dressed up in old-timey garb, like from the commercials, and he read off of an actual scroll. Here's the audio from it.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Dear friend of the crown, Modist Brewing Company, congratulations on the launch of your new brew, Dilly Dilly Mosaic Double IPA. Let it be known that we believe that any beer that is shared between friends is a fine beer indeed, and we are duly flattered by your loyal tribute. However, Dilly Dilly is the motto of our realm, so we humbly ask that you keep this to a limited edition, one-time only run.
Ooh.
This is by order of the king. Disobedience shall be met with additional scrolls. Then a formal warning, and finally, a private tour of the pit of misery. Please send a raven, letter, or electronic mail to let us know that you agree to this request. Also, we will be in your fair citadel of Minneapolis for the Super Bowl, and would love to offer 2 thrones to said game for 2 of your finest employees to watch the festivities and enjoy a few Bud Lights. Yes. Yeah! Yours truthfully, Bud Light. Yeah! Watch that. Thank you very much.
It sounded like a sweet deal till I heard Bud Lights.
Yeah,
I was like, never mind.
I love when he said to enjoy 2 Bud Lights. You hear something in the background, it's like, oh.
You can hear that. Yeah.
A lot of disappointment, man.
Oh, but that was pretty cool. A guy dressed up in old-timey garb just walks in the brewery unannounced and decrees his scroll there.
That is pretty cool.
I hate that they did a cool thing.
They got someone very smart working in their PR right now.
Well, when you have $8 bajillion to dedicate to PR, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
They probably spent $100 on a costume, and how much internet reposting and retweeting or whatever has happened. Like, it's blowing up all over the beer scene. And so even the brewery posted it. So it's cool, and it was smart on Budweiser's part.
It really was.
But also, fuck you, Budweiser.
Correct. I mean, it doesn't, that's the thing about commercials. Like, that you can have a really cool commercial or something like that, but it still doesn't make me want to buy or use your product.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that, Budweiser is kicking ass right now with the commercials and everything. I still don't want to drink a Budweiser.
No.
Isn't it crazy?
Well, the worst is when they have a kick-ass commercial and you don't remember what it's for.
Oh, that is the worst. That is the worst.
That's money well spent. But if you think about it, this is also great on Modist Brewing's part, too. All they did was call a beer Dilly Dilly. They got a cease and desist and a shit ton of hits on the internet.
That's right.
So you would have never heard of Modist Brewing had it not been for this video.
Yeah,
very smart.
Very smart. All they have to do is never make a Dilly Dilly IPA again, and they won't get sued. Problem solved.
That's right.
So very cool. If you fellas have an extra $1,000, 100 would have been way too good. $1,000 in your pockets, you can get free beer for life.
Ooh.
Ooh. Buffalo Bayou Brewing Company is looking for investments, and if you hit the $1,000 mark, you get 1 free beer a day for life.
Ooh. Free beer a day.
Didn't we previously do a news story where someone was giving away free beer for $1,000 again?
I think that was St. Arnold's in Texas.
Oh, man.
And, I think it was like one beer a day for a year. Or was it also for life? I can't remember.
I think it was a day for life, I think. It was for life.
Yeah, that's a well-established brewery. That was like their club. This is a brewery trying to get funding to open. But yeah, I mean, if they were in the area,
right,
I could do $1,000 worth of damage real quick.
Waiting for that one.
Yeah. Because I think within a year I could put down
it's only one a day.
Yeah, but if a beer is $5 times 365,
it's a good investment.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking at my age. I mean, I'm probably lose out.
That's true.
If you could like pass it on to to somebody when you're gone.
Croak a month later.
Put it in a whale.
31 beers. $1,000 for 31 beers. Oh, man.
Maybe you could will it on to your next of kin.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hereby bequeath the rest of my beers.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly. Yes, exactly. So if anybody's looking to invest, there you go. And then finally, one last quick story to get to. Because it's Christmas time and you might be looking for some last-minute gifts, these are the 10 essential holiday beers to stock up on, and this is according to the Full Pint. Number 10, we've had this one recently, Sierra Nevada's Celebration IPA. Very good. Ninkasi Brewing's Company Slayer. Port Brewing's Santa's Little Helper. Good God, is that one good.
I had that.
Oh, God. That one is like drinking motor oil in the best way possible. Love it. Boulevard Brewing Company's Nutcracker Winter Warmer Ale.
Ooh.
Dan's getting turned on. Upslope Brewing's Christmas Ale. Southern Tier Brewing Company's Salted Caramel Stout. And I'm sure that's amazing. I told you guys a couple weeks ago if you see Southern Tier's Chocolate Stout to make sure and get it. Deschutes Brewery Jubilale. I've had a lot of Deschutes. I don't think I've had that one. Rogue Ales and Spirits Santa's Private Reserve Ale. Alaskan Brewing's Winter Ale. And we've had this one, New Belgium's Accumulation.
That is some good shit.
That is some good shit.
Mm-hmm.
That one's just a pleaser all the time.
It really is.
I could always drink that.
Unbelievable.
Yes. So there you have it. That's it for us. I'm going to leave you guys with a song from last year.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, just at the end. Woo. Clutch. I did not have time with the move and the buying of the house this year to write and produce new Christmas songs. I apologize. We'll leave you with one from last year. Before I do, coming up in the coming weeks, next week we're going to talk about beers to toast with. That way for your New Year's celebration, you don't have to be some pansy with champagne in your hand.
White wine.
Yes. Oh, God. Even worse. I would have gladly had champagne.
Oh, man.
And then the following week, we're going to talk about beers to cure that New Year's hangover.
There you go.
AKA shower beers. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you can find us at theunfilteredgentleman.com. theunfilteredgentleman.com/listen is where you can tell your friends to go if they've never heard the show before. You can find us on any podcast app. We're on social medias, The Unfiltered Gentleman, except for Twitter, @UnfilteredGents. We want your drunk Christmas party calls.
Absolutely.
Please.
Oh, yeah.
805-538-BEER.
What a time to fucking call us.
Right? If you're banging like your hot secretary in the closet.
Oh, my God.
Please call us.
Yeah, give us a call.
Like mid-bang. Yeah. Or like you're the boss, you're some hot chick boss, and like you have some little peon who's some college boy, and you guys hook up at the Christmas party. Call us.
Yeah.
805-538-2337.
Official hookup line of
That's right. Or if you're just hammered or you want to tell us a story that happened.
True that.
Call us.
You
please.
got somebody in the closet fighting for their job.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fighting for their job.
Drunken shenanigans is what that line is for.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to say.
So please call us. I think that's everything. So have a great Christmas and Festivus and everything else that you may celebrate. And stay hydrated, especially for the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Got to do it.
Nobody wants to be dehydrated on the holidays.
No.
And to all a good night.
Dashing to the pub in a fucked up Uber car. Sobriety's creeping up. Just get me to the bar. Took 2 shots with Dad, and Mom is having a cow. Family's driving me mad. I need a beer right now. Drinking booze, taking shots, drinking all the beer. It'll take much more sauce before I'm feeling cheer. Drinking booze, taking shots, drinking all the beer. It'll take much more sauce before I'm feeling cheer. roll up to the bar. He says, happy holidays, tap heads near and far. Everything's a haze, beers on bar taps flow. Trying to get drunk, my buzz is starting to grow. It's time to get crunk. Drinking booze, taking shots, drinking all the beer. It'll take much more sauce before I'm feeling cheer. Drinking booze, taking shots, drinking all the beer. It'll take much more sauce before I'm feeling